Destined Rivals is a gorgeous set. I won't be surprised if you see some of these card arts in a museum one day. Won't shock me. However, that doesn't mean all the card arts in the set are home run hits. Some of them, not the best. But also, worst means comparative. So they may be great, but compared to the top ones, not so much. However, there are some real duds in this set that I'm gonna be looking at. Now, what do I determine? One, visual appeal. Is it just a pretty looking card? Number two, does the card kind of mean something to the Pokemon? For instance, if we have like a Growlithe, right, shooting an Ice Beam, that wouldn't make any sense. That's just random cardness, okay? Could be epic, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't really match the card. If the card just kind of seems out of place or odd. There's a few like that. Not in this one, but other ones. So that gets knocked down on me. And lastly, is it unique? If I've seen 50 of that card and I won't be able to remember it in a set or two, that's probably not such a great card art. So, even though it could be well illustrated, that doesn't make it great if it's not rememberable. All right, guys, so let's hop right on into it. And I like to start controversy early. So before we get going, comment down below, what order would you list the 10 worst card arts? And let's see if our lists match up. Do it now, before I get going, which is right now. Start, comment, like. Cynthia's Garchomp coming in at number 10, the least worst card on this list. So Cynthia's Garchomp, it can be a beautiful art if you kind of squint and really focus. And people love this card, and that's why I struggle with it. Upon first glance, it's hard to really see what's going on. They could have done some things that really helped it out more. And that's kind of why it ranks number 10 and nowhere higher on this list is, it is a good card art, but there were so many major mistakes they did on it. It could have been way better, so they killed its potential. There's another card like that on this list. But simply looking at it right away, I'm kind of like, what's going on? The things they could have done better to really make this card art look a little better is make it cleaner and more clear what's happening. I'm thinking Garchomp's in a stadium battling, and you can see Cynthia behind him, and then her on a big screen, possibly. It's just kind of hard to see what's going on, and that's why it ranks so low. It's very cluttered. Like on YouTube, if I make a cluttered thumbnail, well, guess what? It's not gonna push it because it says it sucks. So, basically what's going on here. I feel like they could have removed the Cynthia on the big screen, or removed the little Cynthia and gave a little more space to kind of show that he was in a stadium. Maybe instead of having these lens flares, have maybe a spotlight on him. That would have been a little bit more distinct of saying, hey, he's in a battle in a stadium. So there's just some minor things it could have done, but I needed 10 for this list, and I could critique this one all day, where other ones, you know, it may just be like, okay, yeah, that's a Pokemon. It's there, right? Like the Houndoom. The Houndoom is, you know, not the best card, but when I look at it, I accept him. All right, okay, cool, it's unique. Where this one's kind of like, it's not that unique. It's beautiful, but I can name 40 things they could have done better on it. So, Cynthia's Garchomp, number 10. That means number 9, we had another one I struggled putting this on this list, and that is Blaziken. We talked about it in the best of video, so that will be in the description, so be sure to go check out that video. I love the hazy look on Blaziken. I love that hazy art style, where like Scarlet Violet has been more known for like being very sharp images. Where Sword and Shield had more like hazy, blurry images. And I really like that because it makes things blend. And that's what I like about this card. However, the background scene, you can't really see what's going on. When you kind of first look at this card, you don't really tell it's Blaziken. And I've seen a lot of complaining online about this card. So that's why it made number 9. It's nice, but it's a little too cluttered and not too unique. This isn't gonna stand out to like the Chilling Reigns one, for instance. You'll quickly forget about this. Now we got Murkrow coming in at number 8. And this is one you're gonna see very commonly on this list. And that is, there's nothing special. It's a Pokemon. It's sitting there. That's it. It's pretty. It's well illustrated, but that's about it. It's not going to stand out. And that's why it ranks number 8. There's just not much going on with it. And that's going to be a common theme. And basically, it's low effort. That doesn't mean horrible, however. That's why I like the illustration rares. Murkrow would never get a big chase card, and illustration rares kind of allow that. You can't have every card be the top card in the set. There's always going to have to be lower ones, so why spend hundreds of hours to make that one like big when it's going to end up being low tier? So, not horrible card, but still, it's like, doesn't do much. This is one I had to be objective on. It broke my heart to throw on this list, and that is Crobat, Altart. Crobat is my chase card for the set. I want it. But objectively speaking, it's a cluttered card. You can't really tell what's going on. And then when you look at it real closely, it's like, okay, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to make it seem like they're all flying out of a cave, all the bats together? But then you see the Team Rocket chick kind of sitting there, angled. So is she in the middle of a hole? Is she floating in the middle of the cave? Because if you look to the right, there's ground. So either she's actively falling through a hole and it scared the Crobats and the Goldbats and the Zubats and they flew out, or she's hovering in the middle of the air. So it makes no sense. And add that to it being cluttered. If it's cluttered and tells a story, cool. But this is cluttered, makes no sense. So this is one of my chase cards. I love Crobat cards, but objectively speaking, it's not a great illustration card. This is where it's bad illustration. Never playing this out, not the best. Yeah, breaks my heart to do this one. That means coming in at number 6 is Clamperl. Clamperl, number 6. It's just there, right? This is another one of those cards. It's just like, there's nothing special about it. It looks like every Clamperl card we've ever had. If you just gave it a little square, right, and some text at the bottom, it looked like every other Clamperl card. There's nothing special. It was wasted time. Why make this card? Sorry, Clamperl. Now, it's probably someone's favorite card, but hey, this is my list. Go make your own. Now, we're coming in at this next one here. I can't remember this guy's name to save my life. I loved using him. Parasect is actually one of my favorite Pokemon to use, even though he sucks. He's actually a little bit of a better Pokemon to use in the games, but I can't remember his name to save my life, and I don't want to do a cut to flip to it. So if I do a cut, I'll fix it. Is this a cut? No, those aren't cuts. So, it's just a zoomed in shot. It's very nice, well lit. This 3D styled art I prefer much more than the X and Y series, but again, it's just taking up a spot on something that could have been really well done. And that's really my only complaint with it. So we're just gonna hop right on past that one and move on to number 4. So coming in at number 4 is one people actually like a lot, but I don't get it. That's Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is standing by the side of the road with her baby, endangering her child. Not a good mother. Don't stand on the edge of roads with a baby in your pocket, okay? First safety tip of having a kid. And it's just kind of staring at a Quagsire. There's not much artistic reference going on. It's literally just a Pokemon looking at another Pokemon. Very basic. People like it a lot, but I don't see, what's the big deal about it. So Kangaskhan coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, this is one I can see I get some blowback from because it is a nice card. That is Rotom. Rotom coming in at number 3. But look at this card. Have we not had this card before? Is this a reprint? I think I'm thinking of the one from Lost Origin. Is that right? Let's take a look real quick. Lost Origin Rotom. Rotom card. I can't spell Rotom. All right. Yes, the one from Lost Origin. It looks very similar. There's some other card arts it looks like. Yeah, this is just a card like when I first looked at it, I'm like, I swear to God, we've had this card before. So it's a pretty looking card. It's well designed. but it's not unique. And that's kind of what bugs me about it. Man, and that's the tricky thing. It is unique, but it's also like, it looks exactly like the one from Lost Origin, but in a cartoon style versus a normal, the style it went with. So, maybe there's only so many things you can do with a Pokemon, but this one was really dropped low for me on the uniqueness, because when I look at a card and I'm just like, oh, we've had this before, that really kills the hype for me. And I think a lot of other people have that reaction when they see this, so. All right, coming in at the second worst card of Destined Rivals. This is one a lot of people are gonna hate me for. My apologies on it, and that is Mewtwo Alt Art. When Mewtwo first dropped, I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. Wait till you see the texture on this. And the longer I kind of stare at it, the least I like it. And I see a lot of people complaining about this card. The proportions of Mewtwo seem odd. It has some serious hips on it. So look at those hips. Whew. And then you compare that to Giovanni, the angle doesn't seem right. It's very staggering and disorientated. You can't really tell what's going on in the background. Is Mewtwo kind of floating above? Is he mad at Giovanni? Are they about to fight? If they're about to fight, why is Giovanni in front of Mewtwo? This is where the full art one, I actually like the full art one more than this one. This one just, it ranks so high because it had so much more potential, and it just crashed it. It crumbled all that potential it could have had. So that's why it ranks number 2 on the worst card arts of Destined Rivals. Now, number 1, that is Electric. Did I say that right? Electrid? Electrid. Yeah, it's literally just called Electric. I love this dog from Gen 3. But what's this card art? Like, does the scene have anything to do with the Pokemon? It's a dog. Is it pooping in the grass? Did someone let it out at night to do its business? If so, why do we have an image of it? It seems like a very unnecessary card, to be honest. It's just a dog in the grass. The art isn't even that pretty. Why is the grass so well lit? And then it looks like it's nighttime? There's a bush that's bigger than Electric in the image. Yeah, like I don't know what's going on with this card. It upsets me. It's just not a good card. It's not that it's, you know, it had potential or it should have been this big card. It's simply like, it's just not good. Like, you could have done so many designs and you came up with dog pooping in the backyard. Congrats to the artist. You made Destined Rivals set. So that's like one of the few cards I would say that's in the set. I'm like, that's objectively a bad card. But this is essentially my list of the worst Pokemon cards in Destined Rivals. What did you rank? Did you think Electric deserves the bottom spot? If not, let me know. Then also share your list. But I'm Elias from BulbaCards. Be sure to check out our website, BulbaCards.com. We currently have the email list up for Black and White. So subscribe on there. We will notify you when it's going to drop with MSRP pricing. Don't miss out on that. Other than that, guys, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next here. I'll see you next time here at BulbaCards. I need a break.